A new study by researchers at the University of Chicago looked into the impact that a lack of sleep will have on your appetite. And the results, in my opinion, are unsurprising. But what they found was your body has the same reaction as it typically does when you smoke marijuana and get the munchies. Let me give you the details. One of the researchers says, we know that marijuana activates the endocannabinoid system and causes people to overeat when they are not hungry, and they normally eat yummy, sweet, fatty foods. Okay. Sleep restriction may cause overeating by acting in the same manner. Okay, so how did the researchers do this? The researchers found participants who got several nights of poor sleep consumed roughly 300 more calories per day than those who were properly rested. They were more likely to eat high-calorie food with twice as much fat, and that's according to the study published in the Journal of Sleep. Now, they studied 14 men and women. And what they did is on some nights, they're in a clinic, right? Some nights they're sleeping 7.5 hours, right? And then they wake up and they kind of monitor what they choose to eat. And oftentimes they'll choose or opt for the healthier stuff and they'll eat less. But if they only got 4 hours and 11 minutes of sleep, well, it was different. They tended to eat more and they chose the fattier foods.
So first I want to go back to the people smoking pot and having the munchies. So I've talked about some of my experiences in the postgame in that regard. But I remember this one time, I have these like little Reese's peanut butter cup kind of things from Trader Joe's.
Yes,
right?
I love those.
And I was high, or my friend was high. Anyway, and then I ate, they're small. I ate 2 of them at once, and I was like, why didn't I think of this before? 2 of them at once. That's genius. And I remember thinking in that moment, like, that was so smart of me.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
Okay, so now to these people not sleeping and hence eating more. Well, you're awake more hours in the day. So now, to be fair, in the study, they had them eat at certain times.
Yes.
Right? So like, yeah, if you had them snack throughout the day, and everybody gets that that would be a skewed study. But even so, if you're up for 3 more hours in the day, you might be hungrier. And hence, when you are eating at 9 a.m. or 2 p.m., you might eat a little bit more because you've just been up more.
Well, okay, yes. I mean, if you've been up more, then you're more likely to eat more. There's no question about that. But this is specifically focusing on chemical reactions in your body, chemicals that your brain releases when you haven't had enough sleep. Now, this isn't, an isolated case or an isolated study. There have been a number of studies out there that looked at, cortisol levels, for instance, to see if you have higher cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone. And when you have higher levels of that hormone, you're more likely to eat fattier foods, right? You stress eat. I do that. And then also, when you don't get enough sleep, your metabolism slows down. It wreaks havoc on your body. The question is it 6.5 hours that you're supposed to get, 7.5 hours, 8 hours, right? And who has time to sleep 8 hours? Like those studies drive me crazy, where they're like, you need to sleep 8 hours. When am I going to sleep 8 hours?
My favorite thing is Arianna Huffington, who I like, but she sold Huffington Post to AOL for like $315 million. And then immediately thereafter, went the Ben Carson route and kept writing about how you need to nap more and you need to sleep more. If I'd sold my business for $315 million, I'd be sleeping a lot too. I'd never get out of bed.
You're stressed out. All you need to do is get a little sleep and you'll feel a lot better.
Well, you
are living in poverty. It's okay. You sleep 12 hours a day.
The sleep I would get if I got $315 million, you wouldn't be able to get me out of bed.